YouTube, quick video update of the 6-pack individual, and here we go with the final product. As far as the final touches, we got our automatic water system installed, we have the roof installed, and then we have that front door I was telling you guys about. And what that front is just to protect the doors from swinging open. So when I shut this big door, it just allows me to know that everything's closed and gives you a nice secure front to your individuals. I'm going to show you guys real quick how I built this door, but just to show you guys the individual setup. Got us some real nice feeders here. You guys can find these on Jeds. 2 separate grains for your breeders, keeps it nice and anti-spill free, as you guys can see, and the birds get feed as they peck in there. So real nice and lovely. I really like them already. I was getting a little bit of spilled feed with my last feeders, and then we have an automatic water system hooked up to the main line. The birds already know how to drink out of it. It's pretty easy once the birds learn how to use it, and it just keeps your birds real nice and neat, and you don't have to do no more water feeding or changing. So we'll be explaining that system later in the future. I'm still developing my own kit as far as making it work, and it's worked for me for a few years, so I'm just looking to put it into production. If anybody is interested, you can contact me directly and I will get you set up. As far as the measurements for the door, pretty self-explanatory. You're going to want a 29 inch piece of material. Then you're going to want 2 67-inch to build the door, and then 2 7.5-inch drilled all the way across, because this is going to help keep our dowels in place. Alright, so we have our door frame built here, and what you want to do is you want to drill out your dowel slots, which is going to be same distance as our individual, 1.5 spacing. Same thing at the top here, 1.5-inch gap spacing. So now on these dowels we went 1.5, actually, sorry, I apologize, half-inch dowel, which is a little bit wider than the dowel we used for the door. And what this causes is a little bit more of a lesser gap because of the diameter of the dowel, and it just makes it look real clean, I think. So I left the 6-inch gap here just to give it that you guys can see that lattice look like our kit boxes. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out our dowels, and then once I have those cut out, we'll cut out the centerpiece to create that center door look, and you're pretty much done. When putting your door together, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna slide this piece at about the correct distance from where you're gonna keep it. As far as here, I just measured to keep it lined up with the door, so when you see it from a distance, you can't really hide away. It doesn't take away from the look. Now you slide this piece in first. You're not gonna drill this piece in just yet, because this is gonna be your slider, which is gonna let you sandwich from top to bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this first piece and I'll show you. So like I mentioned, you're gonna want to keep this piece, which is gonna be considered your bottom piece. You don't want to screw this in yet, because this is what lets you sandwich it together. And here's your slot, so keep them nice and straight. Guys, now for the center piece of this piece of plywood, somewhere along your build, if you guys kept all your scraps, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you're going to use everything. So this particular piece came from one of the scraps that we already had. I just cut it to length at the bottom, which is going to be the exact measurement for the middle of the door. Guys, so there we go. Just like that, we have our doors done. And if you guys do plan on doing this particular door setup, you are going to need about maybe 15 1x1s. You're going to need about 1 sheet of plywood to add the roof, and then to add the lip onto the roof. And then what I did is I just measured out 7 inches from the side, 7 inches from the front, Gave us a little bit of lip so when it rains it doesn't fall the water straight onto the individual. And as you guys can see, the bird's real nice and happy. Now when you shut this big door, it just gives you the comfort of knowing that your individuals are all closed up. So if you guys do like the final outcome, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and we will keep you guys updated as we go with the automatic water system.